So let's go back and talk about other teams that you'll partner with. QA is another team that you'll work with. And the QA team is one of the hardest working teams. They work super hard to make sure that the product works correctly in a ton of different scenarios. And when they find a bug, they write incredibly detailed bug reports with all of the reproduction steps required. They'll also spend a lot of time on increasing their testing capabilities so that they can continue to hold a high quality bar while the number of features in your product increases over time. Some common interactions that you might have with the QA team include reviewing a PRD so that they understand how the product is supposed to work, reviewing the test plan and expected behaviors so that they know what scenarios are the most important to test and can identify when something is broken, and working with QA to flag and prioritize bugs where they find broken experiences. Another team you'll partner with is data science. The data science team understands all of the numbers. They go super deep into the data so that they can provide you with key insights. They also can help you to design and roll out experiments so that you can better understand user behavior and optimize your product. And because they're so great with numbers, they can help you to quantify all sorts of impact. Some of the typical interactions that you might have with the data science team would be aligning on data science priorities, reviewing PRDs together, and reviewing results from previous experiments. Marketing and PR also play a huge role in helping to make your product successful. They focus on making sure that everyone knows what your product is and what it does and why it matters. They also generally will be responsible for managing your web and social presences and will lead user acquisitions to help you get new users. The PR team is super focused on organizing press events and making sure that the right story lands. Some of the interactions that you might have with the marketing team would be aligning on marketing priorities, discussing the product positioning, reviewing launch announcements and presentations, going through any pre-briefings for interviews, and helping to support issues when they come up during press review. The sales team is another key partner. Their role is really selling the product. They're the team that brings in all of the money. But it's more than just that. They also build deep relationships with your customers and have really great insight into customer sentiment and needs as well. Some of the interactions that you might have with the sales team include reviewing the roadmap and upcoming features. This could also include discussing feedback from customers in terms of product shortcomings or challenges, and also discussing features that would make it easier to sell the product or close deals with critical customers. Another team that plays a critical role in your product is the support team. Their role is to help customers when they run into a problem and they're frustrated. The support team can fix bad moments and turn them into magical experiences. They also track the types of support interactions that they have, which can help you to better understand the top issues that your users are encountering. And they also spend a lot of time improving the support experience through process and tooling enhancement. Some of the interactions you might have with the support team include reviewing PRDs and roadmap so that the team can create the right training and documentation for support agents, discussing top customer issues, as well as discussing supportability. For example, is it even possible to support your product? Have you invested in building the right tools for the support team to be able to help your users? Legal and privacy teams are also important partners. Their role is to really keep you from getting sued. They work hard in order to reduce risk while still making sure that the team can innovate. And the privacy team in particular also plays a large role in making sure that you're using your users' data in a responsible way. Some of the typical interactions that you might have include reviewing roadmap and PRDs, reviewing flows and messaging to identify any legal or privacy requirements, and you'll also spend some time discussing what data you collect from users and how it's being used. These teams play an important role in flagging new requirements to you. The internationalization team is also an important partner. Their role is to work with you closely to bring your product to new markets around the globe. A big part of that is translation, so that people can use your product in their own language. Some typical interactions include reviewing expansion plans and prioritizing them, as well as reviewing any bugs that come up during the internationalization process. These are some of the most common teams that you'll partner with as a PM, but there are lots more. Keep in mind that it really does take a village to launch a product.